Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. As we know, the biggest problem Warzone has had pretty much ever since the game released, honestly, is the hackers and the cheaters. We've got aim hacks, we've got wall hacks, we've got it all, and these players have been abusing these things for months and months and months at this point, without much going on in the way of stopping these players from ruining the game. We've had some updates to the reporting system and messages about how cheating is always being watched and acted on via individual account bans, but let's be honest, it hasn't been a super effective system because hackers are still everywhere. Lazy and I had a match the other night with 3 different teams of cheaters in just one game. There were like 6 cheaters in the match in total. It was wild. But today, Activision finally responded to the hackers and the cheaters, and we also got some pretty interesting news regarding the future of hacking in Warzone as well. As always, if you enjoy the video, a like rating would be much appreciated. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, we are on the road to 700,000 subs. So feel free to subscribe if you want to stay on top of everything going on in Call of Duty. So first and foremost, technically, I guess today we did get a form of an anti-cheat update, but not necessarily the anti-cheat update that we all want, right? We're going to talk more about this a bit later on into the video because it's not impossible. It seems to be on the horizon, but as of right now, no anti-cheat has been added into Warzone quite yet. As we talked about a bit before, according to Tom Henderson, who's a pretty reliable source with all of his inside information, we're probably still like a month or 2 out from that happening at the earliest. But today, we did get a new announcement regarding a massive ban wave that Activision just put into effect this week. Today, actually, apparently. This is coming from Vice.com, and I'll leave a link to this full article down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But basically, here is what they said. The makers of Warzone have banned tens of thousands of alleged cheaters in one of the largest ban waves in the game's history. On Tuesday, so today, Activision banned more than 60,000 accounts for using cheats, according to 3 sources familiar with the company. This is actually the 3rd type of ban wave that we've seen in Warzone since launch. You'll probably remember that earlier on this year, there was apparently 70,000 accounts that were banned just after launch. And honestly, not really a huge surprise there considering the game had just launched. I don't think anyone, whether that be the players or even Activision and Infinity Ward and also Raven themselves, thought that Warzone would blow up like it did. So obviously, the game launched, it took off, and a ton of cheaters jumped on to try and ruin other players' experiences, as they naturally do. And of course, they were banned, I guess, relatively quickly. And then fast forward to the fall, and we had this whole engine owning cheat targeted, where another 20,000 accounts or so were banned in wave number 2. This was to stop the whole engine owning product from actually being created. I believe Activision actually took some legal action here. I'm not sure how far they went with that because according to Vice, the ban wave from today was actually targeted at engine owning yet again. These 60-some thousand accounts today that were taken down appear to be largely engine owning based, and apparently a bunch of people who bought their cheats are saying that now their accounts are in fact banned. However, apparently the engine owning site said that they're actually working to update their cheat as we speak to avoid detection and other bans in the future, and obviously you're going to be able to tell if Timmy Quickscopes is hitting a 99.9% headshot ratio with 56, 60 kills in a match of trios. And chances are Timmy's going to get reported 20, 30, 40 times that game and shadow banned or fully banned pretty quickly. But this whole mass ban wave of hundreds and thousands of accounts is more so a small anti-cheat ban, I guess. It's basically looking for the engine owning cheats and banning those users if they have them installed. But obviously, if it goes ahead and gets updated, they're going to be back next week with some new cheese and even more headshots, right? And also, just for what it's worth, as of right now, there's been no tweet or official announcement from Raven or really anyone from COD talking about this. At least as of right now, it is just the Vice article that we've got here claiming all of this info. Now, outside of Activision's response to the engine owning cheats today, we also got some pretty interesting information earlier on this week via Vicstar, the man, the myth, the legend. If you don't know Vic, the man is a beast at every single game he plays. He's got millions of subs across multiple YouTube channels, and Warzone was a main focus for him when it initially dropped. He's had multiple kill records in the past. Like I said, the dude is a beast at the game. However, over the last month or so, Vic hasn't really been doing a ton of Warzone content, and actually, earlier on this week, he ended up posting a video titled something like, Why I'm Quitting Warzone. It was all about how hackers have basically ruined the experience of playing the game for fun. He ended up showing a match where he ran into a cheater. This cheater was actually streaming on Facebook for people to see, clear as day, aim hacks, wall hacks, the whole 9 yards, right? With basically no repercussions. That said, since then, the guy was actually banned from Facebook, and now Facebook is apparently taking cheating more seriously on their platform. They're not allowing people to stream cheats, which sounds weird to say that that was actually something they could do previously. They could monetize it as well, which is pretty wild. But then after the fact, Vikkstar ended up tweeting this: "Thank you all for the support alongside my recent concerns to the current state of cheating in Warzone. As an update, I currently have an open line of communication directly with Activision regarding the issue. Fingers crossed for some positive changes." Now, Vic's video on this blew up. The whole cheating system video made it to like the mainstream news in the UK. It was pretty much everywhere, so it seems like Activision saw this and reached out to Vic directly, wanting to talk about cheating, and hopefully they're going to actively and sort of progressively find a way to combat this. Not gonna lie, I think it's kind of wild that it took this long. We're coming up on 1 year of Warzone being out. Probably the biggest battle royale in the grand scheme of things. Fortnite's obviously up there too. But lo and behold, it seems like Activision may finally be working on stepping up their ways to fully combat cheaters. Now, let's be real here. The obvious end goal here is a full-on anti-cheat, because the way that things are being approached now is cheaters are going to be able to play the game and ruin matches and do their thing pretty much as they want. They're going to face the consequences of getting banned and having to make a new account after the fact, but they can continue to make new accounts and cheat over and over and over again. They can use other stuff to unlock all the weapons and the attachments and the camos, and continue to do this on fresh accounts because it's an after the fact thing that we have here and now, where these bans and these anti-cheat updates are happening after the cheating is done, right? Whereas an actual anti-cheat would stop them ahead of time and ideally prevent the massive amount of players who are cheating right now from doing it in the first place. Of course, you're probably always going to have people who sneak in past the anti-cheat. There's always going to be some cheaters to at least some degree, but hopefully not to the scale that we have now, where it's like every single night I'm playing, I'm counting 3, 4, 5, sometimes more matches where I'm playing a dude who's getting 50 or 60 kills in a match, hitting only headshots and tracing people through walls. So like I said, that's really what I would consider to be the end goal here, but just a quick update for you guys today. Activision did finally respond to all the cheating complaints as of lately. There's a brand new ban wave that's live now, so hopefully for the next few days, maybe the next few weeks, we're going to have less cheaters on the game. I really wouldn't be surprised though if they end up coming back pretty quickly, because we don't have a full-on anti-cheat. But yeah, with all of that being said, that is effectively everything we learned today about Activision's latest update on the hackers and the cheaters here in Warzone. And that's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with pretty much everything going on in COD, from news to intel to updates and everything else in between, this is the best place to be. So feel free to subscribe and maybe even turn on those post notifications. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WHosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. Well, once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.